Welcome back to Black News Tonight. Now, on Friday, Congress passed a $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill seen as a victory for the Biden-Harris administration, facing rapidly declining approval ratings. The bipartisan bill promises money for everything from new roads and mass transit lines to updating the power grid and water systems, plus expanding access to the internet. The investment could boost the economy and create new jobs for years to come. However, some question how much of that will actually reach Black and brown communities suffering the most under America's decaying and outdated infrastructure. Yesterday, U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg explained the racist history of highways designed to keep neighborhoods segregated and said that the new bill would help to reverse the legacies of discrimination. Meanwhile, 6 Democrats have voted against the bipartisan infrastructure bill. A group of lawmakers known as the Squad argues that the plans by themselves do not provide enough funding to actually solve the number of problems in Black and brown communities. Now, the progressive critics of the bill, they warn that Democrats could risk losing voters if promises to rid the country of the lead-tainted drinking water, for example, aren't delivered on. Well, to help us discuss all of these issues are my next 2 guests. Shawn Dunwoody is a community organizer with the group Hinge Neighbors, and Andrew Stettner is a senior fellow at the Century Foundation, which is a progressive think tank. So thank you both so much for joining us for this very important topic tonight.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Now, Shawn, I want to start with you because the U.S. Transportation Secretary says that the highways and other aspects of our infrastructure are racist by design. So can you explain what he's talking about here?
Yes, I'll take it from where I am in Rochester, New York, where we have a highway that was created in the early 50s that divided Black and brown communities, which left disparaging things that happened. So we lost businesses, loss of homes, empty lots. So these things actually became quite racial dividing. And you have on the other side of our highway being developed and being gentrified. And so it creates this whole system of differences and disconnection. And so when they actually put together this first bipartisan bill, and the reconnecting communities was for $20 billion, but then they reduced it down to $1 billion. That was terrible. And when you looked at the bipartisan committee that decided that, none of them were brown whatsoever. So you can see once again with even the decisions of money and reconnecting communities, it was more of a racist decision that I see from my vantage point.
And a lot of people are familiar with this and sometimes being called eminent domain, where they say we need to put a highway here where your house is. It happened to my father in Cincinnati, Ohio, when he was just a kid. It's still happening, some say, even today. And you've actually been fighting this for a while, organizing around these issues for years. So, Shawn, why is this struggle not a new one for the Black and brown communities?
It is not a new one. Once again, we're always trying to go against a system that figures, well, there's no growth. This is a red line district. This is as you said, eminent domain. These people are not worth much. Let's just bulldoze through and let's create something new. So with the ability to reconnect communities, and once that money was cut, there's no way to really help and shape the outlying communities that are there that are suffering and hurting. Even on the White House website, they talked about the Reconnecting Communities grant, $1 billion, and they mentioned Syracuse I-81. It would cost $2 billion to actually reconnect those neighborhoods in Syracuse. So what is $1 billion really going to do to help the U.S. repair from these racial divides?
Well, some say it will do enough. Let's go to you, Andy, because looking at the bipartisan infrastructure bill, what kinds of investment does it offer to address these disparities that we've been talking about, and will it bring jobs?
This $1.2 trillion package does probably what your viewers think about when they hear infrastructure, roads and bridges, but there's also a number of investments in equity. These include cleaning up of brownfields and toxic sites, includes reconnecting broadband and addressing the digital divide, and includes a lot of important, new rules. For example, something that President Obama started as a pilot. Now communities that are building roads can say, we want those jobs to go to people that live there. New local hire provisions. It dedicates money to replace lead pipes. So, this is a major bill. And unlike other infrastructure bills, there is a lot in there about equity. It's not perfect. But, for example, there's money on a more equal basis for mass transit. And we know that from the data that the Black community relies more on mass transit to get to work and other transportation needs. So we think this is really a step forward in terms of equity.
Well, Andy, progressives, including Congresswoman AOC, voted against the bill, saying that it just doesn't go far enough and that it should be pushing for the larger Build Back Better bill. So how do you respond to that, especially when you consider how much money alone it would take just to fix the water issues that this country has and get rid of some of these lead pipes?
We started with this bill at $6.5 trillion, and we're down to something closer to 2.5 to 3 billion. So no, we're not doing everything that we want. But you start out by talking about how the president is down in the polls. And when you're down 30 points in a basketball game, you can hope that you wait till the last 2 minutes and you can have an amazing run and tie up that game. Or you can try to knock down that lead to 10 by halftime. That's what I see this as. They needed to make a step. And it was no coincidence that it was the Congressional Black Caucus that really was the one that said, we can't wait any longer. We can't try to get these both passed in the same day. But we have to get the Build Back Better Act passed. That's what's going to raise the wages of our child care workers, our home care workers. It's going to cut child poverty in half. And it's going to really help to save the planet from climate change. So we're just getting started. And this was a major momentum shift. And a lot of money is going to go out there and a lot of good jobs are going to get created.
Well, it sounds like you're definitely on the side of the progressives who say, something's better than nothing and it's a start. But Shawn, what's your take on the squad stance on this current bill, and what kind of investments do you want to see in our Black and brown communities?
Well, with the Build Back Better bill, we do have the $1 billion investment in there. And I've just recently found out about an additional $4 billion that's being put into place into a bill that can help support this. I think there needs to be more focus and understanding of Black and brown communities. I personally, when I looked at the bipartisan caucus deciding to cut from 20 billion to 1 billion, I saw no one that looked like me or understood my life and where I'm living and why I need these sort of reparations to happen within my community and neighborhood. And we need people having vibrant lives. And I understand we have to fix our roads and our waterways, but we need to focus in on the families that we've actually hurt, generations of families we've actually hurt. Our country was built on the backs of people's generations to build wealth upon. So now there's a time to actually make amends and do new things with this. And I don't see too much of that actually happening in this current bill.
Well, Andy, we talked earlier about how we're hoping that some of the things in this bill will help reverse some of the systematic racism that has occurred in this country, especially with highways. Have you seen any indication of how they plan on doing that? Because right now, a lot of people fear it's just talk.
One thing I would say is that, this is where people have to get active. A lot of these infrastructure dollars flow from the federal government, through your states and localities. And they get to decide which roads and bridges get rebuilt and where they're taken. And so I know there's not as much money as we wanted set aside, but there's some specific funds earmarked, and there's additional funds that can be leveraged to that purpose. And I think it was historic that this problem has been recognized, and some money was put directly to it. But I think a lot more can be leveraged, from this bill. This is a positive step. You look at infrastructure bills in the past, there was a lot less on equity. I know people have high hopes for the Biden and Harris administration, want everything. But we have to realize that the Democrats only have a 3-seat majority in the House and a 1-seat, and that's just the vice president in the Senate. And so we can't always get everything we want. We have to get some wins on the board, and there's a lot of resources here that can be put to good use. A lot of specific provisions when it comes to equity.
Well, Andy, as you said, I think the big picture here is that we all need to make sure we get involved, whether we agree or disagree. Make sure your senators, your congresspeople know how you feel and let your voice be heard. Shawn and Andrew, thank you both for joining us and coming on to share your thoughts on this important issue.